Hello, welcome to HTML5 tutorials, chapter 10, HTML5 audio elements, part 2, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about HTML5 audio elements. So before HTML5, audio files could be played in a browser with a plugin like Flash. HTML5 audio related elements are listed below. They are audio tag and source tag. So audio tag, it defines the sound content, and the source tag, it defines multiple media resources for media elements such as video and audio elements. So what are the formats supported in HTML? That is audio formats supported in HTML. They are WAV, WAV, MP3 and Ogg Vorbis. Okay, OGG Vorbis. These are the formats which are supported in HTML, and these are some of the attributes, commonly used attributes in audio elements. They are controls, autoplay, loop and muted. So in this session we are going to implement all these attributes, and we are going to see the usage of this source tag as well as this audio tag. Okay, and now without wasting much time, let me jump into Visual Studio and let me show you how to add audio or MP3 in your web page. It's very simple. So here is my web page. So first thing what I need to do is I need to take audio tag. Okay, so it's giving us the source. So when it gives the source, what I need to do is I need to add the, okay, here is my audio files. You can observe very carefully, sample mp3 and OGG. So what I'll do is I'll take any one of them right now. So what I'll do is let me tell like it's audio, and let the file name is sample.mp3. it's a mp3 file. Okay, and now let me add an attribute called controls. So now what I'll do is let me push this, let me add a break line such that the control comes down, audio control. So now what I'll do is let me do control S. Now let me run this page. So I'll go to the folder where I saved it, I'll double click on that. This page opens the Chrome browser. My default browser is Chrome, and now you can observe here we are getting a mp3. Okay, you can observe very clear. Now let me reduce the volume, and now when I click on this, you can observe here, can observe very clearly. Okay, we saw our mp3 is just playing right now. Okay, we have a control. Okay, okay, I hope you understood like how to add a single file in your with the help of the audio element. Suppose if you wish to add, suppose this Chrome browser is supporting this format, mp3 format. Imagine some other browser does not support the mp3 format. At that time what we can do is we can give a multiple source multiple audio files to the browser, and we can leave it to the browser to select the respective file which it support. So in order to do that, what we can do is we can make use of the source attribute. Okay, this is what the advantage of using the source attribute. Okay, it defines multiple media resources, and browser select which format it supports. So let me go back and let me give a source. So inside the source I need to call this attribute, that is source attribute. So I need to tell like this is the file sample, it's an audio folder, then the file name is sample.mp, it's sample.mp3. okay, then I'm going to specify the type. Okay, the type is audio slash OGG. Okay, this is one file, sorry, it's a mp3, right? Not, it's a mpeg file. Okay, it's a type of mpeg. We need to specify the type in this format, mpeg, not mp3. So similarly, let me copy this and let me paste it here, and now the file name is sample, the same audio content but the format is different, you can observe very clearly. Okay, now when I do control S, it's not mp3, it's OGG obvious, and here also I need to change the format to sample dot audio dot OGG slash OGG. This is the type of file it is. So now what I can do is I can add a control. Okay, can add a controls. Okay, when I add a controls, you can observe when I go back and when I refresh, you can observe we are getting this control, and when I click again, so this is what the MP file what we are playing mp3 file what we are playing right now, it's audio file, and it is selecting any one of them. Okay, as of now the Chrome browser supports all the things. Okay, all the files, like both type of files, whether it's a mp3 or a ogg file, it supports it. And now what I need to do is I'll add one line. Okay, uh, your browser your browser does not support the audio element. I do control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Right now we are not getting that sentence what we entered, that is your browser does not support the audio element, and this will be displayed only, okay, if the browser does not support these two formats, mp3 and ogg. So let me go back here and let me show you. This is the cross browser support, and keep in mind now in Chrome, okay, it supports all the things above. Chrome above 8 version, it supports all the formats mp3, ogg and WAV. Right now I'm not using this, I'm taking only these two. Okay, and Internet Explorer, okay, above 9, uh, okay, Internet Explorer above 9, it does not supports ogg file. Okay, so what I'll do is, first let me go to this page, and here it is supporting very well. Now let me minimize this and let me go to the folder here. Now what I'll do is I'll open this page with Internet Explorer. Okay, and let me check out. This is, so here we are getting very clearly, you can observe very clearly we are getting, okay, Internet Explorer, and it's looks pretty cool. Okay, now when I click on this to minimize the volume, okay, this is working very well. Okay, the current the version of Internet Explorer is 12, so let me change the version. If 12, okay, here you can select, or here you can select the default is 11, so let me change it to okay, below 9, that is, let me go with 7. And now when I go back here and when I refresh, you can observe very clearly your browser does not support the audio element. So Internet Explorer above 9 only support the video audio formats, that is mp3, ogg and wav. So now what I'll do is Internet Explorer 9 and above, it supports mp3, ogg as well as this format. It does not support ogg format, only mp3 and wav. So let me, what I'll do is let me go back to my Visual Studio Code. Let me give only this, let me comment this part. So let me go back to my web page here and let me refresh. So before that I need to change, okay, the version, that is 11. So let me refresh. Okay, you can observe here, okay, it's like invalid source. So Internet Explorer 9 and above version does not support this format of file .ogg, so that's the reason we are getting it. So now what I'll do is I'll uncomment this as of now, Control KU, and let me comment this one. Let me check out whether mp3 works in that browser or not. Okay, let me refresh, and you can observe very clearly this works. So this is what, okay, the cross browser support is, and it works very well. So now we are left with the one part. So what we need to do is, now we have to understand, like okay, the attributes part. So this is how the cross browser support is for different type of browsers, you can observe very clearly here. And now let us learn with some of these controls, attributes present here. Okay, they are controls, we have learned with the controls already. So what controls renders is, let me go back here and let me remove the controls. So what happens when as soon as I remove the controls is, I'll be not getting anything, any control on the web page. So I can't click to play it, okay, to play any audio file on the stop symbol or the play symbol. So controls is going to render the controls, in the sense it's going to give us, okay, it's going to give us these things, that is play button and this volume up and down, volume scrolling button. Okay, and when I click on this, it's muted. These are the controls what it's going to give us. And now we are going to learn some other attributes. They are autoplay, loop and muted. So what I'll do is, now let me specify it as muted. So let me do Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. Now you can observe as soon as I refresh, it is, when I click on this, the file is playing but the volume is muted, because I've done here because as soon as I refresh, I've specified an attribute that is muted, so the file will be muted. We can't hear the audio part. So that's the reason, that's the importance of this attribute. Okay, and we have something called autoplay. So let me remove this muted. I hope you understood this. Now I'll give autoplay. We do Control S. Now let me go back and let me refresh. So again, when I refresh, I'm not clicking on the, so it is repeating by itself. You can observe very clearly. It is repeating by itself. It's autoplay. As soon as I refresh the page, the audio file plays itself. It does not wait the user to click on this button or something like that. Okay, this is what the advantage of using this autoplay. And let me specify the loop. So let me specify the loop. So let me go back and let me refresh. What loop does, let us understand very clearly. So it keeps repeating. So the audio files will be put in a loop, so automatically it itself will start repeating itself, okay, playing itself. That is the advantage of using a loop. When we use the loop, there is no necessity of using the autoplay. Okay, I have to click once. This is the advantage of using auto loop. And now let me specify the autoplay. Let me check out autoplay. Let me do Control S. Let me go back and let me refresh. Now, this is the advantage of using the autoplay and loop. So we learned like 4 attributes in the audio: controls, loop, autoplay, loop, and muted. So and this text will be executed only when your browser does not support any of the audio formats, that is MP3, OGG, and WAV. So we saw an example for that also. So this is what about the audio element is. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. Further reference, refer our website. We are on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.